I'm doing this video to respond to a very serious issue that has been going around. Usually I don't respond to propaganda because there are so many things that are said about me every day. I can't respond to all of them. And it's the nature of leadership. It's the nature of politics. People will always gossip about you. So you can't respond to everything that people say. Sometimes you have to remain focused on what you're trying to do. But kwa sababu hii imesemwa sana, nimeona ni vizuri niweze kuizungumzia ili wafuasi wangu wasichanganyikiwe, because I've been receiving calls from my friends both in Kenya and abroad. I've been receiving messages even from my family members. My father even called me this morning. Even my wife, who lives with me in the same house, also asked me whether it's true, because sometimes you're never too sure. And because it has even got to my family, and my family are people who are very passionate about fighting for this country and about delivering this country from where it has been put, it's good now I talk about it, because sasa nikiendelea kunyamaza, it looks like I've accepted, it looks like it's true. So government paid bloggers have been saying that I was given 200 million. Others are saying 500 million by William Ruto to support the government. This is very false. First, I've never ever supported the government, ever. There is a video that I did where I was talking about how Kenyans should make better choices at the ballot and how it will be useless for us to remove our president and replace with a worse one. And some people twisted and cut it to kind of sound like I supported the government, which is false, which is not true. I have not gotten to that point. I'm still fighting for the people. So whoever is trying to, spread those rumors around, this is just to let you know that no weapon formed against us shall prosper. I have never, ever, ever even thought of receiving any money for anything to betray the people or to change my stand. And also there are people who've been asking, where is the Vampire Diaries? Why have you not done Vampire Diaries? You were paid to stop. I think we treat integrity with a lot of suspicion, and that's a very sad thing. Because the reason I've not been able to do the Vampire Diaries is because the Vampire Diaries is expensive. You see, to travel to Naivasha, you go to Nakuru County, you go to Kuresoi North, you go to Kuresoi South, you go to Kericho County, you go to Kisumu County, those are thousands of kilometers traveled. Now, a full tank of a vehicle will cost you about 20,000, and maybe it will do just 3 or 4 Vampire Diaries. So this is a very expensive thing. Kufanya Vampire Diaries ikwangi cheap, inakwanga very expensive kwa sababu lazima uende paka huko mahali hiyo kitu iko. You have to pay researchers. This is an office. This office, there are researchers here. These researchers need to be paid because they have houses to pay, they have food to eat, they need fare to work. For these people to be able to do that research, waweze kuwapea hiyo data yenye ni very accurate na yenye si ya uongo, they need to be paid. Or at least they need to be sustained. So that's why I've not been able to do it, because again, we consume propaganda about us raising funds for civic education. So then we ran out of finances to do the Vampire Diaries. So right now, I can only do what I can afford. Labda nikipata tu biashara mahali ama sales zikuwe mzuri, niko na kakitu ama mtu anisort mahali kitu ama deni yenye alikuwa nayo ya kitambo, nikiwa niko na fuel, I can go and do the Vampire Diaries. But wakati sina, I can't do it. Okay, because politics is very expensive, and I told you that. Even accountability is very expensive. That's why zile offices inafanya accountability kama Auditor General's Office, Parliamentary Accounts Committee, they have a very big budget for that accountability. Because this is not something cheap. It's something very expensive to do. But all said and done, I just want everybody to know that I've never received any money. I've never met first William Ruto. I've never received any money, and I don't plan to receive any money. In fact, I've rejected money many, many times before, until I was even scared for my life, because as in these people, you reject money from them, you start getting scared for your life. Yeah, because wakikosa njia compromise, then what else will they do to you? The people are saying that I was compromised. Probably they are hurt that I told them the truth. And the truth is that we cannot be coming together just to remove Ruto. That's not an agenda. We cannot be united in hate. Hate is not a vision. Hate is not an agenda. We know what William Ruto has done to this country. We know what his government has done to this country. Abductions, extrajudicial killings, corruption, wastage of public resources, and priority spending, appointment of criminals to public office. These are things that he has done to our country. However, if you come to think of it, much as he has done all these things, what is our vision? We are removing this person. Do we have a vision of what we want to do to this country? What is our policy on education? What is our policy on healthcare? What is our policy on corruption? Don't just say, toa Ruto kwanza, tutafikiria baadaye. Hatutafikiria baadaye, because the way government works is that when you are removing Ruto, he is immediately replaced by someone. If you didn't think through who is this you're replacing Ruto with, you would have put another Ruto 5 years in office. So si ati kutakuwa na nafasi ya kufikiria, si ati tutatoa Ruto alafu tupewe time kama wa Kenya tufikirie kama 2 months ama 3 months ni nani tunataka. No. It's Ruto is removed immediately. There's never a vacancy in the office of the president. Hakuna hata siku moja ama 2 hours yenye office of the president inaweza kuwa vacant. As long as you remove the president now, immediately you do it, you have to replace the president with another president. So kama hukuwa umetake time kufikiria huyu ambaye anakuja kureplace Ruto ni nani, vision yake ni gani, chenye anataka kufanyia nchi ni nini, then you can end up removing the president and replacing the president with someone worse than who you had. And we've had this before. Remember when we were removing Uhuru Kenyatta? Watu walisema Uhuru Kenyatta has run this country very badly, and that was true. Wizi, mnakumbuka subsidies za mahindi zikiibiwa, mnakumbuka fertilizers, mnakumbuka SGR, mnakumbuka Eurobond and many other things. Mkasema toa Uhuru. But shida ile mlifanya ni mlisema afadhali mwizi kama Ruto kuliko Uhuru. I remember even somebody did a video akisema afadhali huyo mwizi Ruto ndiye ameiba roho zetu. Now look at where you are. So me, I'm very loyal to the people of Kenya. I will never ever betray them. I've been in this office working. In fact, we've been working on the Inject Party website. The website is now ready to be launched. We've been working on the mobile application app ya simu yenye una download tu kwa simu. The website now, you can register as a volunteer, you can donate on that website, you can access resources on that website. Tumebuild kitu safi sana, by the way. Tukiwa tu hapa, tukiwa tunafanya kazi. We built the Inject Party constitution tukiwa tu hapa. It's now available. People can even read it. I will upload it. We did the nomination rules. Tutakuwa tunafanya aje nominations kwa Inject Party wakati tuko na more than 2 or 3 candidates wenye wanataka party ticket for a particular position. Na mimi nimepromise youths wa Kenya kwamba party tickets will be free to any youth that wants to run for public office. Hao wazee wametuumiza sana. Unapata mzee ako 90 years, 80 years, ako na retirement benefits, ako na retirement benefit ya like 2 million every month, lakini bado anarudi kwa public service, anakuja sijui kuwa head of KRA, anakuja sijui kutafuta urais. We need to finish off those old people. Wakwende nyumbani wanapumzike. Mtu ako na watoto London, ako na watoto Paris, ako na watoto America. Kila mtoto akiamua kumtumia 100,100 kila mwezi ako na 1,000,000 ama 1,500,000. Why are they still giving us problems? Why are they still occupying public offices na vijana wamesoma wamekaa kwa nyumba bila kazi? Mtu ako 70 years bado anafanya tu kazi, 80 years bado anafanya tu kazi, 90 years bado anafanya tu kazi. Mtu hata haoni, hana sight, hata kuamka anasaidiwa, anajisaidia kwa kiti mahali amekaa kwa ofisi, inabidi avae adult pampers. Sasa huu mtu si aende nyumbani apumzike achungwe na watoto. Why should they continue occupying public office? Na ile kitu ambao ni mbaya zaidi ni tulifikiria kwamba mtu akiwa mzee hana haja ya kuiba. Kumbe wazee ndio wezi matapeli wakubwa. Wao ndio wanaiba ni kama hakuna kesho. Na kwa kweli kwao hakuna kesho kwa sababu wako na miaka chache sana ya kuishi. Sasa unaiba hii pesa yote unapeleka wapi? Umekatazwa pombe, umekatazwa sukari. Where are you taking this money? Unaenda kula nini? You are taking it where? It's called primitive acquisition of wealth. Kwa hivyo vijana wa Kenya, start preparing to take over leadership. Don't spend too much time fighting each other. Look, to fight Morara so that he does not succeed in his vision, does not make you succeed in yours. Have your own vision, have your own dream. Ni nini unataka? What do you want for your country? Then fight for it. You see, making me not achieve mine does not benefit you with anything. Let's support each other, youth for youth. Hakuna haja kuvuruta youth mwingine chini, hakuna haja kufight youth mwingine, hakuna haja kujaribu youth a fail. There is no benefit you get who you akifail. Just fight for your own vision. And let's be careful on social media. Tusikwe tunauziwa hate by fake accounts. You know, some of the accounts that have been spreading this fake hate, ukifungua profile, wamelock profile. Otherwise wana profile. Kwa sababu these are fake accounts. Kuna watu wanalipwa, wanakaa kwa ofisi kama hii, watu kama 30 ama 100, wanalipwa 500 shillings every day. Kila mtu akona account 20 za Facebook, akona account 20 za TikTok. Huko amejiita John Masengeli, huko amejiita Enoch Wambua, huko amejiita Joyce Wanjiru. Akona account 20 za Facebook, akona account 20 za Instagram, akona account 20 za X. So mtu ana tweet, anaandika Facebook ma comment. So ukiangalia kwa post ya Moraro unasema, na watu wanachukia huyu jamaa, hata mimi sitaki kumpenda. No, just listen to my message. Wachana na fake accounts and their comments. Forget about them. What do you want for your country? I will still be running for President of the Republic of Kenya on behalf of all the youths of Kenya. Na youths, muwe very careful. Remember ile pesa yenye iliibiwa kutoka Kenya inarudi bado kufund candidates wasimame urais hapa. Na mtu yote ambaye anafandiwa na Uhuru ako na his ministers kwa cabinet. Kwa hivyo kama ako na ministers wake kwa cabinet na wanafanya biashara na Ruto, the likelihood kwamba candidate wa Uhuru bado ni candidate wa Ruto is very high juu hao watu wako kimoja hivi. So huo candidate mwenye mnasema wacha tutumie pesa ya Uhuru ili tutoe Ruto, you are lying to yourself. Pesa ya Uhuru si ya Uhuru, ni pesa yenu ambayo aliiba more than 6 trillion. You know what 6 trillion is? You know what it can do to this country? Hakuna mtu angekuwa jobless, hakuna mtu angekuwa nakosa job hapa with 6 trillion. But Uhuru has it. Alafu amewaletea mtu anasema sasa peeni huyo akuwe rais. Are you serious? To return Uhuru to power. Hiyo mchezo enda muachane nayo kabisa. Hiyo ni upuzi. Hata kama ni wa kabila yenu, enda muachane na hiyo mchezo kabisa. Tafuta mtu mwingine kutoka kwa kabila yenu kama lazima mpigie mtu wa kabila yenu. Look for somebody who has integrity. But kuleta mwizi ati lazima ikuwe huyo juu ni wa kabila yetu, hiyo nini? That's total nonsense. Don't follow that direction. Kama youths nimewaadvise tusimame hizi viti. We are the change that we want to see. Simama kuwa governor, kuwa senator, kuwa MP. Nilisema hiyo kitu nikasikia youths wengine wanasema hatuna pesa ya campaign. Finally sasa mmefika mahali nilikuwa nawaelezeanga. I used to tell you, muache kuniita beggar kwa sababu mtakuja kuhitaji kubeg. Look, around the world, si ati watu wanakuanga na pesa ya campaign. Ukienda developed countries mahali corruption haiko juu, how watu they raise money from the public. Unafungua paybill, watu wanakuchangia, unarun, unakuwa senator, unawasaidia. Lakini huku mtu akichangisha, you call him beggar, na we ni youth, na wewe unataka kusimama for leadership, na wewe unaita huyo beggar, yet pia wewe 2 months or 3 months or 1 year from now utahitaji kubeg ndio uweze kupata pesa ya campaign. So sometimes mnaangalia mbele. The reason nilianza hiyo kitu ya campaign financing na raising campaign funds from the people ni kupunguza corruption. Watu wa corruption wasikuwa wana fund candidates, alafu wanaingia kwa ofisi wanaendeleza corruption. The second reason yenye niliintroduce hiyo kitu ni ili watu wenye hawana pesa lakini wako na integrity waweze kupata nafasi ya kuingia kwa viti za uongozi tukiwa tumewashikilia. Huyo ametoa 10 bob, 100 bob, 1000, 10,000, mwingine yeye ana pesa amejitolea mwenyewe kama volunteer, tunasaidia mtu ana occupy your office anatusaidia. That's why I brought that thing. So from now on, please understand that raising campaign funds from the public is not shameful. Msikuwe mnakuwa na aibu. Be shameless. Nobody can shame the shameless. Otherwise, I'm grateful to all the people that pray for me, that remember me on their prayers. Me, I'm very grateful. I don't take it for granted. I'll continue to be a person of integrity. Na sitawaangusha. Yeah, I'll be the leader that you want me to be. Thank you and be blessed.